Hi there. Welcome back to episode 2 of the devlog for Ruinborne. So, today will be a very quick one compared to the last one because I'm going to try and make my devlogs a little bit more feature by feature. So, the feature that we're introducing is equipment and bodies. So, as you can see, we've got Jeffrey here with his M12 or LM12 shotgun, which is just a model that I got for free from Itch during a mega sale thing, which was free. And on the weapon itself, we have some markers. These are just the IK target points. I have to use a custom scene called weapon position to actually do the positions. So what has changed exactly? In the items, let's say the shotgun, we now have a bunch of information here. We have clothing. I haven't been able to figure this out, but I can't hide this one either. But if the item is a weapon, I then can go to the weapon settings and actually set the weapon stuff. So in this case, we have a temp until I actually got the shooting system done for weapons and equipment's done. But we have just a basic world scene, what type of weapon type, so one-handed, two-handed, and then the weapon scales, and then there's these lovely variables which I use for the weapon position system to actually do this. Now I might try and make this a little bit more efficient rather than setting all these variables manually, but for now that's just the way that it works. And on that, it sort of just has the same stuff as before. Some of this stuff isn't actually used yet, like durability and details, but we'll get there. So the first things first is we're going to see the new green and red raindrop system and a new loading system. We still have Jeffrey in the background and still got the same stuff. So here's the first differences. You'll be able to see a world tile, I guess world generation. So these little white lines are just sort of regions within the terrain. I do have a lovely command system or console to allow zombies to not chase me. But that being said, the zombies now do their thing. I haven't fully implemented the aiming system 100% yet, so you are able to actually aim while no one's there. So here's the equipment screen. You have your inventory, which is what you start off as base without actually picking up anything. Pick up some apples, some cans, whatnot. As you can see, I picked up a shotgun. Somehow picked up this one. You can see that you can only equip one two-handed weapon. You can't place it in the secondary because it's a primary. And you can't place it in any of the slots because they are requiring specific things. So certain items will be allowed to be placed, well, in certain spots. Cans, foods, and apples and all that, they can't go into the equipment slot. Only clothing items. At the moment, this is a helmet. It doesn't really do anything, but it is a proof of concept, rather a helmet that can be equipped only to the helmet spot. And in the extra spaces, you have things like face shields, bandanas, and stuff like that. There'll be a bunch of stuff that you can equip and eventually it'll reflect on your character. So the whole idea is that it is a grid-based system, so you just drag it in and it does its thing. Still a little work in progress, but we're getting there. The next is the resting pose of the gun. Once again, these are still temporary stuff, and it's not going to lie, it's not going to look pretty, but it shows the concept of things actually working as intended. So the player holding the gun and being able to run with the gun, crawling with the gun, and crouching with the gun. So this will obviously change when new weapons get in, and I refine the system a little bit more. But for now, it is how I guess the core system should be functioning. The next part is I'm able to aim in. So the IKs will trace the character and follow the character's look path. You'll be able to see the red dot of where he's aiming. At the moment, there is no shooting, unfortunately, and the animation system is a little bit broken, but proof of concept is there, and the core system is somewhat there as well. The next steps will be adding in shooting and health and all that, which is currently a work in progress, but the health system will be a limb-based system. So, for example, a humanoid which has 2 legs, 2 arms, a chest, and a head, you will get exactly 600 health split across those. So each part will have 100 health. So your left arm will have 100 health, your right arm will have 100 health. And dependent on the zombie scratching you, will determine which part of the body is actually hurt, and then you'll need to apply bandages and whatnot to that part of the body for it to naturally heal. That's still a work in progress, but the core system for that is done. I'm just figuring out how to apply it to a body and show reflections on the player to show, you know, hey, I've got a scratch, you need to fix that. That's pretty much it for all the brand new stuff. You also notice that there's a little bit of dithering for the grass. It's not the greatest, but currently there's an optimization in progress for that. It's mostly done. Sideway grass. That is currently, I guess, as best as it's going to be. As you can see, the region-based system using Terrain 3D is there. And this is just a, I guess, a rendering distance area. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do zombie spawning in. And so far, I figured that I could have zombies spawning in within 1 kilometer of the actual area. I think that alone should be enough. But this is still a work in progress, and this is the last part of the new stuff that has been done. But as you can see, the view distance is quite far, and yeah, it's like, yeah, still a lot to go, but happy with the progress and all the new stuff that's coming in. But thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe and follow to keep updates on Ruinborne. Bye now.